Okay, welcome to Pairc hearing for this Cork County Junior A football final between Youghal and Ilen Rovers, and you can hear the roars going up here for Youghal, but I must say that the cheers that went up for Ilen Rovers certainly outnumber the Youghal cheers here. But it's marvellous to see Mike O'Brien, who was out through injury until about 10 minutes before the game, is back in, and he's named at full back. You can see his left leg is very heavily strapped down there, and let's hope that Michael can last out the hour. But certainly a big boost for the Youghal lads to see Michael playing, and that means that it saves the selectors from reshuffling the whole defence. But Michael definitely letting out. Looking at the Ilen Rovers team, I think from the team I gave you earlier on that there will be one change, because I see John Wycherley, number 25, has his tracksuit taken off, so John Wycherley looks as if he could be playing. We'll get the changes to that in a minute. But Ken, as the teams came out there, it's quite noticeable that the Ilen Rovers supporters are definitely outnumbering the Youghal supporters here.
Yeah, Mick, for the second time in 2 days it looks like Youghal will be outnumbered by supporters, but nevertheless there is a large contingent of Youghal supporters here, and they'll be very emphasis in the support for Youghal. But certainly at the moment anyway, it's more Ilen Rovers than Youghal. But like at the end of the day, really support probably plays a little bit in the eventual outcome of the game, but it's what happens on the field, and we'll be hoping from a Youghal point of view that the lads will be able to perform today. Just looking out, we see that Mike O'Brien is outside. There's a great boost for Youghal to see him outside there. Obviously he was a big doubt during the week, and we're happy that Michael is fit to lead the team, and he's a big plus. Looking at the Ilen Rovers team there a while ago, I was very impressed with both Connolly and Faulkner Collins, their number 8 and 9. They look two superb athletes out around the middle of the field there, and certainly they will cause problems. It depends a lot, I suppose, on what kind of tactics Youghal will use today. There's a lot of talk that they'll have two inside the full.
Yes, Eugene, welcome here.
And that's going to be very, very interesting.
To Pairc hearing, I have with me here Ken Bullman. I was just saying, as you came to us, we decided to come in under the stand because there's certainly a big threat of rain out there, and if we do go up to the top of the stand, there's a fear that, of course, that we won't be able to get the video done properly, so we decided to come in under the stand. So hopefully you will be able to pick us up loud and clear for the full, because there are some huge support. We just said it here on the video before you came on here to us that there was a huge support from Ilen Rovers here, and gauging by the support and the two teams coming out on the field, we certainly are outnumbered here today for the first time in many years. Youghal supporters really do have the upper hand at most of these, but Ilen Rovers are here in huge numbers. The stand here is full to capacity, and it certainly looks as if it's going to be a great game. Of course, the big news is that Michael O'Brien does tug out, but it's amazing that Michael and Seamus Fowler's, both players who were taken off in the semi-final replay against this game, are both heavily bandaged on their left legs. But let's hope that they can come through with colours. I have with me Ken Bullman. First of all, Ken, a lot of the question this morning, not for the players of the team, but for you yourself. And it's great to have you here, Ken. You can just give the listeners an insight as to what actually was the problem.
Yeah, thanks very much, Mick. Yeah, basically I've, as most people would know, I wear corrective glasses, and I just went for treatment during the week to try correct my eyesight, and unfortunately I got an infection in the eye that knocked me back a few days. But besides that, everything was okay. I'm actually bandaged up in one eye today, so therefore Mick will be doing the commentary, and I'll be hoping to help in his best I can. You might be able to hear us in the background there, the commentator giving out the teams. I'll just run through the teams there now and give out the teams. Mick has already given out the teams, so that's, I didn't realise that. But as I was saying just before you come on there, Eugene, looking at the Ilen Rovers team, they do really look to be a very fine, physically strong team. Looking at both Pat Connolly, the captain, and Faulkner Collins, number 9, the prop there, of course, and the field, two huge athletes, and certainly the Youghal 8 and 9, Ken Dempsey and John O'Flynn, will have their work cut out if they are to overcome those. But the lads haven't been found wanting in any challenge so far this year, so we'll be expecting big games for them. I do know that there's going to be some positional changes in the Youghal team, but we'll wait until the game actually pans out before we get them out. We're expecting a great occasion here today. We're now about 4 minutes away from action thrown, but the hurling match preceding this did run a bit late, so we might be working towards that. The one point I will make, making the fact that Seamus Fowler and Mike O'Brien are both starting, is that strengthens your substitute bench once more, because obviously there's nobody gone off that, and that's a great plus for Shawnee Hayes, Tom Mack and John Pairc.
It certainly is a great plus for the selectors, because they have their usual subs bench now to pick from. Hopefully they will. I just tend to Ken to keep his ear open for the Ilen Rovers team, because I see a couple of substitutes with their tops off, but maybe there's no change there. Certainly give Shawnee and the lads their usual pick from the substitutes bench. I would like to say also to anybody in hospital or not feeling the best at home that I hope you will enjoy the coverage of this, one of the greatest days in the Youghal GA club, and certainly they could make history because they have never ever won a county junior football final in the history of Youghal GA. But neither has Ilen Rovers. But you must remember, Ilen Rovers were only formed with about 26 years. 1973 they were formed, so it is a credit to everybody down there in the parish to get a team to the county final here in 1999, the last one of the millennium. Also, I suppose, Ken, you have to think of the players that played down through the years with you all who are not here today. And I know that Mrs. Cooper had an 80th birthday party last night. I hope you enjoyed it, Mrs. Cooper, if you're listening in. But you must think of Frank Cooper, Con Cooper, of course, Robbie Sullivan, but you must always think of the man himself, the manager of this team at the start of the year, Dan Coleman. And you know, for these lads that unfortunately are not with us today, for their families, wouldn't it be a marvellous effort for the all lads to win?
It certainly would be a marvellous occasion if you could manage to pull a victory out. For all those men that you mentioned, making of course plenty of other good Youghal Gaels gone before, but especially I suppose, and utmost in the lads' thoughts there will be Dan Coleman, who of course at the start of the year actually took over the job of managing his team. Unfortunately, Dan didn't live to see the lads qualify for this year's county final. So like back foremost in their minds, I suppose, will be to win it, and win it especially for Dan today. So that's going to be a big incentive for Dan. Just listen to the Ilen Rovers team giving out. The team is as is listed in the programme, which means that the full forward line of Justin Hooley, Cian Daly and Brian O'Sullivan, who were most dangerous against Kingsale, will be the forward line that lines out against the all full back line with Simone, Mike O'Brien and Seamus Farrell. About Mike O'Brien and Seamus Farrell as to how long they could last. We believe Seamus has been told that he could last 5 minutes and he could last 60 minutes. So from a Youghal perspective, of course, we will be hoping that Seamus lasts to 60 minutes because he's an integral part of this Youghal team. But outside him, I think a lot will depend on whether Paul O'Driscoll, Brendan Coleman and Ian Foley can cut off the supply of ball in. That's going to be a very important battle there. The three Youghal centre-backs against Stoney, Duggan, Chris Collins and Edward Sheehy. And it's going to be interesting, and there's going to be little battles all over the place, Mick. It's going to make for very interesting battles there. But I suppose the middle of the field is the one that everybody's talking about.
It certainly is the one, Ken. There's going to be a marvellous duel middle of the field. I know that the announcement, the other team called out, is not the actual team that Youghal are lining up, because they are going to play on Coleman centre forward to make up a third midfielder, and of course put Mark Welsh into the corner forward position. Let's hope it works for them. I would also like to thank at this point our main sponsors for today, the new Pairc, Mick, Tracy and Maureen, and what marvellous support they have given us over the last couple of years, and hopefully that today they will reap the rewards of all that sponsorship, and without them of course it would be impossible to carry out videos and whatnot. And I know that Mick presented the check during the week as well to the all footballers and kids them out early on the year a couple of times, not only once but 2 or 3 times. So thanks to Mick, Tracy and Maureen and everybody involved in the new Pairc. Well, we're only a couple of minutes away. I want to tell you that the final result in the game before this, the under-21 final, that it was victory for Ayrton Zone. They won by 6 points in the end. What a marvellous victory for Ayrton Zone in that, because certainly at half-time they were level with the Pairc, but it didn't look good for Ayrton Zone. They seemed to be outplayed in the latter position, but they kept in touch. A goal in the first half and another goal in the second half kept them in touch, and eventually they proved too strong for the Pairc. But of course, everybody standing to our own again. Well, there you have it, Eugene. National anthem. I know all the bunches of us players grouped in 4, 5 and 6 and huddles around the pitch while the minute silence took place, and I'm looking out here at Youghal O'Leika. What a marvellous talent we have in Youghal, and this is a huge occasion. He's marking Flor O'Driscoll, and as I said earlier on, Flor O'Driscoll by all accounts, listening earlier on, Flor O'Driscoll is a relation of Paddy O'Driscoll down there in Youghal, so let's hope Youghal can get the better of him. I'm just looking out, and Youghal have not changed their position because Mark Welsh is out in the midfield with John Flynn, and first to break is Pat Conley. He gives the ball inside to number 9, Fatna Collins at the ball. Fatna gives up, but Youghal O'Leika is there to collect for Youghal. Youghal kicks the ball in looking for Seamus Leanders, but he's beaten on this occasion. It's fisted out to the far side where Eddie Sheehy has it for Ilen Rovers. He passes it back to the wing back, John Sheehy. John goes out, and there's a free, as it out over the line, it's a free to Ilen Rovers. Far side of the field taken quickly. It was up towards Jason Hooley. Jason bounced away from, but John Fing wins it back on this occasion. And a kick from one coming from across towards Ken Dempsey. Ken flips it back, but only back as far as Eddie Sheehy again. Eddie has the ball, gives it to Fatna Collins. Fatna kicks up towards Jason Hooley. They're going to play Jason Hooley here today. Have no doubt. He gives it back to Pat Conley. Pat Conley has the ball at the far side of the field, fixing inside. This occasion, he shouldered off of the ball. The ball goes out for the sideline ball by Brendan Coleman. Shouldered his man off the ball there. So now, but the umpire is giving the line ball to Ilen Rovers. So the first line ball to Ilen Rovers. I can see that the switch is now being made because number 4, Raymond Seymour, has seemed to come out around the middle of the field. So we'll just watch the changes after a few minutes. Eddie Seymour was out, centre of the field on Ken Dempsey. Ball kicked in there to the forward. Jason Hooley has it. Mike goes out around trying to surround him, but comes back again to Donny Duggan. Kicks it inside, right in front of the goal. Is the first chance of the game to Chris Collins, and he puts it high in over the bar. A point by Chris Collins. So the first goal of the game goes to Ilen Rovers, and Chris Collins there, and he scored as well a few points in the drawn game. So we've played just over a minute and a half, and Ilen Rovers get the first goal of the game here in the County Junior TSB sponsored football championship final. I must say that the first game didn't take anything out of the pitch. There was a few small lookouts here and there, but overall the pitch in fairly good condition. Pat Mackey with the kick out. He just high, lands down the middle of the field. Then Mark Welsh tries to fist it away. He does so, but only goes as far as the full forward, Kieran Daly, who's out now around the centre. He gives it Chris Collins back to Kieran Daly. He's running through. Don't forget he got 2 goals, 2 points in the ground game. He gives into the corner forward back to John Fatna Collins, and he puts the ball over the bar. Make no mistake about it. This Ilen Rovers team are certainly on song. 2 very early points in the first 2.5 minutes, and they are linking up very well indeed because Fatna Collins, Pat Conley, and I can see that Jason Hooley is going to be out the far side. The centre forward, Chris Collins, now seems to be gone in to the corner forward position he has. And Mike O'Brien now is out corner back. And they have Vince Murray inside full back, and he's marking Brian O'Sullivan. And Brian O'Sullivan's man did huge damage the last day against Kinsale. Ball broken out here. Vince Murray goes to collect it. He fists it out the far side of the field where Aidan Foley has it. Aidan looking for a man, kicks a high ball past midfield, running on towards this Kieran Coleman. Kieran goes up and it sits behind, and one Coleman drops it, but Kieran is there to recover, and Kieran is busting through the all defence. He's about 40 yards out. He kicks a low ball in. Seamus down, but again a great block in there by Dermot Duggan, the full back. He gives it out to Flower. O'Driscoll Flower trying to find a man, but Kieran Coleman beats him on this occasion. Kieran kicks a kick, but it's gone to the right and wide for the first wide ball for Youghal from Kieran Coleman. But certainly Ken so far, Dermot Duggan inside. He is on the mark here with Seamus Leanders. He's beaten Seamus the first 2 balls, so that'll be no easy task for Seamus inside today.
No, Mick, what's very interesting back there, just pointing out when he goes, Chris Collins has gone into the left corner while Mike O'Brien has come out of the full back position, leaving Vincey Murray in at full back. There's numerous changes around the place. I see that Donny Duggan has gone to centre forward, with Kieran Daly gone to left wing forward. So Ilen Rovers have also moved some players around the place. Youghal started with Ken Dempsey in the right corner forward, but immediately he came out to midfield, and Raymond Seymour, the corner back, didn't know what to do with him. But certainly it's interesting here the captain's out there, but this is certainly a very fine Ilen Rovers side, Mick.
It certainly isn't. John Flynn with the ball in the middle of the field, out the side now he comes. Tries to pass one man. Toe to hand, John, he's splitting for a man, and he's been given a free against him for charging with the ball, so a free out to Ilen Rovers right here under the stand. Kicks it up, and this is going to go over the sideline. It's a very bad kick by Fatna Collins. Kicked it right over the sideline, and Mike O'Brien here now, but he gives the ball to Pairc just the interesting is Michael was being brought way out the field, and so then Rovers has spotted the heavily bandaged leg, and they bring Michael ball kick the far side of the field. What a great catch in there by Donald Murphy for Ilen Rovers. He gives it to centre back Dave Harmon. Dave Harmon gives it out the far side of the field where Eddie Sheehy has the ball. Eddie trying to turn his man, he flicks it back in here to Raymond Seymour. Raymond gives it out. Pass it to John Sheehy. John the ball out, and he gives up the field where Pat Connolly has the ball on the run. Pat sees the man on the far side of the field, who's only Duggan. But the ball goes out over the sideline and line ball to Youghal, but certainly when Ilen Rovers get the ball, they really and truly know how to do it. There's some fine passing movements between them. So line ball far side of the field to be taken by Seamus Forrest. You can see where Mark Welch is shouting for Seamus have to go for the long one. He's beaten in the middle field, a great field there by Fartley Collins, who kicks a low ball in here to the corner. Vincey Murray's man, he fits it inside. This is dangerous looking for, and he's gone straight through to the full forward, but he loses possession and Pat Mackey gets it. But that was a marvellous chance for Ilen Rovers to get the first goal of the game, but great play by the All Blacks there, and Pat Mackey collected that ball safety, gives it to Mark Welch. Mark kicks it in towards the half forward. Out comes Seamus now, this is going to win this one. Oh, he dropped it out of his hand. He was well in front of his man in that case, but he dropped it, and Ilen Rovers get possession back again. Far side of the field. John Sheehy has the ball. He passes it back here to Flora Driscoll wearing number 16, but lining out the left wing back. Pass the ball up, and now they're on the run again. Eddie Sheehy has the ball. He has time and space. He fits it into Jason Hooley, gives it back again to Eddie Sheehy. He gives it inside, but it's gone. No, it's kept in play. It's kept in play. So back to Jason Hooley again. Jason trying to make room for himself. He sees Pat Connolly on his own. He fits it back in. They're trying to make an opening here. A long kick from the far side, coming across in front of the goal. It's fisted in. Oh, Pat Mackey saves it, but it's gone in. It's saved again. What a super save! A double save by Pat Mackey, and the referee gives a free out. What a super double save by Pat Mackey. It looked as if that was gone into the back of the net, but a great double save from Pat. Saved the first, and he was on the ground for the second one. What a ton of Ken, what a marvellous save.
Yeah, mate, great save there by Pat Mackey. You all were relying on it, but what you all have got to do, they've got to settle down. These Ilen Rovers are absolutely dragging them all over the place, and players don't know the game plan at the moment. But Youghal will certainly need to get into this game and get into it quickly.
Yes, no great movement here from Youghal. John Ball drives out about 40 yards out. He takes a kick, but it's gone to the right and gone wide. But that was a marvellous move from John Flynn to Ken Dempsey. Ken Dempsey gave it up to John Paul Joyce, but it's gone to the right and wide. But Youghal certainly will need, and I can see already over. There's one of the I think it's number 12, Eddie Sheehy. He looks to have cramp already. Very late in the stage for cramp. He's back on his feet again. But certainly this Ilen Rovers forward line are dangerous when they get moving, and they had a right chance of the first goal of the game there, but a great double save from Pat Mackey keeps you all the place. So kick out now from Alex Hooley, put out towards Ken Dempsey, but it's caught here brilliantly again, and Flora O'Driscoll has the ball up the side of the field, goes up towards Brian O'Sullivan. Kieran Daly has now Kieran Daly the full forward. Hits it in, Vincey Murray tries to beat his man to it. And this is Brian O'Sullivan now, Brian O'Sullivan. And a point here, Brian O'Sullivan, but Vincey is fouled on this occasion. Vincey contesting that free, but the referee having none of it. So Brian Sullivan with the ball, takes a quick kick in towards Jason Hooley, catches it brilliantly. He gives the 1-2, but Brendan comes over to the shoulder, but it's gone inside. Chris Duggan has the ball, he passes across to Pat Connolly. Pat Connolly now trying to break through the defence. But he's blocked on this occasion, and it's a free. He's taking the number of Vincey Murray, and he's putting him into the book, and Vincey certainly, I think just for verbal abuse on that occasion. So Vincey has to settle, and he certainly is going into the book on this occasion, and he's getting a yellow card, I think. He certainly is. So Vincey has to be very, very careful. It's very early in the game for a booking for anybody. And Vincey has it, but Youghal, I think, have a free out. 8 minutes gone, just over 8 minutes gone. Pat Mackey has the ball. He kicks it about 30 yards out from his own course, goes into the middle, breaks through everybody. John Paul Joyce fits it on, but there's nobody there. When he do wing back, John Sheehy for Ilen Rovers, he fits it out here towards Flora Driscoll now under the stand, looking for support, kicks a high ball up this side, but it's going to go over the sideline for a line ball to Youghal. So nearly 9 minutes gone, the scoreboard reads Ilen Rovers 2 points, Youghal no score. Youghal get to get on the scoreboard. And don't forget, they are playing with the wind in the first half, Youghal. So really up against it, they need to get scores on the scoreboard here. Apologies for the line ball. Kicks it high in towards the middle. There's 3 Ilen Rovers players in there. And out, busting out of the defence is the full-back. What a marvellous game he's having, Diarmaid Duggan. He gives it out the far side of the field. But Eddie Sheehy has the ball. He still has it. He fists it in to Fartley Collins. Fartley has the ball in the middle of the field. looking with long striding player, gives it to his midfield partner Pat Conley, who's busting through the middle now. He fits it out towards Jason Hooley. Jason, what great play from Seamus Fallis there, deflected down and away. Gives it out to Brendan Coleman, brings the fast side of the field now. Throw the hand, looking for a man, kicks a long ball in, looking for Kieran Coleman. He's going to bypass Kieran on this occasion. It goes to Donald Murphy, the cornerback. Donald turns his man, fists it out here to the centre back, David Harmon. Surrounded by two Youghal players, the ball is gone out over the sideline line, ball to Youghal. Seamus Landers certainly coming off second best here in the early stage of this game. I guess Dermot Duggan, the fullback, is well on top of his game. Quickly taking inside and ball into Youghal. Youghal has the ball, but he's no support in front of him. He's looking for support. He's trying to get around to him when he takes a left kick across, but it's going to go left, and it's not going out because the goalkeeper comes out, Alex Hooley, and he fists it out to the centre back out the far side, Dave Harmon. So Dave, and they are there in numbers now. Flora Driscoll back to support. He gives it inside to Farton Collins, but they're still around their own half-back line and kick out the far side of the field. And it's going to go to Donny Duggan. Back to Flora Driscoll, but Donny is fouled by Brendan on this occasion, and Brendan is going to get his name in the book for that, a personal foul. But Youghal certainly are not opening and creating chances so far. This defence, the six backs for Ilen Rovers, certainly on top of their game so far. And this is going to take some effort from the forward line to break through the defence. We've played about 10 minutes. Just gone over 10.5 minutes play. So free in the far side. Farton Collins has the ball on the run. He gives it back to John Sheehy. John has the ball, strolling through. He's going up 40 yards. He fists it inside and back to John Sheehy again. He's going straight through. It goes inside to Brian Sullivan. Brian Sullivan inside with a shot, a half block shot. And Pat Mackey comes out, kicks to the side of the field towards Ken Dempsey, has it. Ken turns his man beautifully. Great fielding by Kent. Now he takes a heavy shoulder on that occasion, but out here is Paul O'Driscoll to help him out. Paul looking for a man, kicks up the side if he builds up for Kieran Coleman. Kieran out in front of his man, does he get this one now, half back over him, and that's great play by the cornerback, Donald Murphy, to recover well there from Kieran, gives it back to Paul O'Driscoll. Paul has the ball out for Ilen Rovers, turns his man, and gives it out to the centre back, Dave Harmon. Dave, and certainly Ilen Rovers defence playing very, very well indeed. Raymond Seaman has the ball now, he kicks it, but it's gone out over the sideline. But Ken, this Ilen Rovers defence are really and truly on top of their game today.
No doubt about it, Mick, this is the best team we've played all year, but I do notice that Youghal have started as we've predicted it would, with two in the full forward line. It hasn't worked for them. We've played nearly 11.5 minutes. I think they'll probably be better served because certainly around the middle of the field it's all in the Rovers, and Collins and Conley are certainly dominating receivers. Maybe Youghal would be better served to leave Ken Dempsey out there, because you would have noticed in the last occasion Youghal attack, Ken Dempsey was in corner forward at that stage. He's the guy we need around the middle of the field. I think a lot of our work will have to come through Ken Dempsey today, and I think maybe we could be better served if we push the third man back into the full forward line and went head on against Collins and Conley around the middle of the field and took him on, because certainly at the moment it's not working. We've 12 minutes, we've no score played, but having said that, they're still only 2 points behind, and they're certainly playing the best team that they've made all year in the championship.
Yeah, certainly 3 goals and 14 points against Kinsale. We've got to show the scoring for this, but certainly the backline are well on top there. Now we have a free to Youghal 40 metres out, just about 39 metres out, and Mark Welsh size up for them. This would settle the team if we can put this over the bar. But the first chance, real scoring chance for Youghal. So let's see. Here he comes, Mark Welsh standing in. It's gone high and it's gone over the bar. It's the first score of the game for Youghal. After 13 minutes, Youghal eventually get on the scoreboard, but they were always slow enough to start in all their games. But certainly the scoreboard leads 2 points. Ilen Rovers 1 point for Youghal now, just over 13 minutes gone. And that score now should settle the Youghal team, but Ken made a very valid point there that Ken Dempsey should probably be better off inside, because there's a lot of loose ball going to the corner forward. Kick out from Alex Hooley, out towards the middle of the field. Players go forward. Now Youghal has it. He's looking for support. He looks inside for Kieran Coleman. He gives it out to Brendan Coleman with it. A misdirected pass, but Brendan recovers. Brendan out toward the hand, the far side. He fisted in front of Ken Dempsey. Ken running in from the far side now. But he's surrounded by 3-4. He takes a shot from an acute angle, and it's gone to the left and wide. Fair enough, but a very acute angle from Ken. And as Ken Bullman points out, there's huge wide open spaces here now right in front of us around the middle of the field. Just looking back, I can see that Vinci is still back in there, full back. Michael out here in the corner. And Seamus Forrest out on the far side. Paul O'Driscoll and Aidan Foley are out on the 2 flanks, but Brendan has gone very deep into attack there. He's going back towards his centre back position, and he's being marked by Donny Duggan. So the kick out from Alex Hooley. Let's see where this one will land. Don't forget he's kicking against the breeze, but he's a good kick out. John King goes up, but he's beaten that game by Farton Collins. Owen Coleman goes back to the cover, looking for support. still has the ball. He kicks a long one across this side of the field. Kieran Corman goes up for this occasion. He collects it, but he's a long ways out. He kicks it in. This is going to happen in front of the goalkeeper, and they are certainly kicking from long distances out instead of trying to walk this in and get a score. So Donny Murphy comes back out, and look where the full forward is now, Kieran Daly. He got 2 goals and 2 points against Kinsale. He's back in his defence. Flora Driscoll here, the silver-haired man, kicks it up towards Brian Sullivan. Brian on the ground, he gives it back to Flora Driscoll, and Flora's tunnelling through the all defence. He gives the ball into Jason Hooley. Jason turns, he's looking for Seamus. Flora is on him, he kicks, but he got to the left and wide. That's a good effort from Seamus. Flora there to keep Jason Hooley, because certainly Jason Hooley is one of the most dangerous forwards, but I'm amazed that Kieran Daly, the full forward, who was so instrumental in the victory over Kinsale, is playing way out here in the middle of the field. He's on Martin Kindemsey at the moment, but he was a huge threat in the semi-final. With Jason Hooley and Brian Sullivan inside of the target men, and they're not big in stature, but they have the speed. So the kick out, this occasion from this side of the field. Michael goes up, tries to take, but this looks dangerous now because the Collins gone through the middle. Quincy giving the shoulder, he fits. Oh, brilliant interception by Aidan Foley. Absolutely super interception by Aidan Foley on that occasion when it looked very dangerous. Great ball from Michael O'Brien out to John Flynn. John takes a long kick down the field, looking for Mark Welsh. Can Mark catch? No, it's fisted on. And out again comes Donald Murphy, and Donald Murphy, the cornerback, having a marvellous game. Out to Flog Driscoll. Flog kicks it ahead, but John Flynn comes out here, tries to get it up. He's still going down on the ball, he turns, he still has the ball, he's trying to turn his man, he's having problems, but he does get the ball down eventually towards Kieran Corman, flicks it out to Mark Welsh. Mark now on the run, there's plenty of time and space here. All is at the other side and misses, and he gives it to Owen Coleman, but it's gone too far to pass, but Owen still has it. A chance of a point here from Owen, he kicks it coolly and kicks it over the bar, and a great score by Owen Coleman, but a great one, and that definitely score will go down to Aidan Foley, because at the other side of the field it looked as if Ilen Rovers were in for their first goal, because Collins was tumbling through the all defence. But what a marvellous run back from Aidan Foley to take that deflection, and instead of maybe being down 4 or 5 points at the other side, we were now level 2 points apiece in the great score. The pass, just gone over 16 minutes play, the pass from Mark Welsh was just that little bit astray from Owen. He was more or less in front of the goals when the pass came to him. They ran away from him, but he coolly turned and kicked the ball out of there. Kick out, Kindemsey goes up, but centre field now, around there's 4 or 5 of the Ilen Rovers players. That's another fisted pass back, but the referee gives a free because it's a foul pass there from one of the Ilen Rovers players, and the referee gives a free to Youghal. But 60 metres out, John Flynn with this one, but he gives a fast one out here to Kindemsey. Now Ken with the ball, he's 40 metres out, he kicks a high ball and it's going to land in around the square, players going for the goalkeeper, drops it inside, it's a goal! It's a goal by Seamus Landers! And a goal by Youghal! What a super injection from the Youghal team here, a goal by Seamus Landers! It was a high kick in, a harmless looking kick from Kindemsey. The goalkeeper Alex Hooley went up to collect it, but he dropped it, and in like a flash was Seamus Landers to cling it to the back of the net and give Youghal a lead of 3 points, 1 goal and 2 points to Youghal, 2 points to Ilen Rovers. The collar goes up, but John Paul Joyce gets the ball down, he pitches the cross, he sees Mark Welsh going through, Mark is 1-1 the goalie, it's another goal for Youghal. What a super 60 seconds we have. A great ball into Mark Welsh. He gave the goalkeeper no chance whatsoever, and he buried it into the back of the net for the second goal in less than 30 seconds. What 2 marvellous goals. Ken, what about that?
Well, Mick, that's the best 60 seconds football we've had all year. Congratulations, Seamus Landers. Predatory instinct to get his foot to the end of that, but what a finish by Mark Welsh. Great play by John Paul Joyce, but Youghal have really responded well to the challenge laid out them, and we've set up here for a cracking game of football.
Absolutely, so when I speak now, it's the time of Ilen Rovers attack. They give him Jason Hooley has the ball, he's about 20-30 yards out, he fists it back inside. And they go for a kick, they go for a wide ball, this time it's gone to the left and wide. And now the Youghal supporters here are really letting their voices be known, because early on we were definitely outnumbered, but the horn blowing and everything of the great bunch of supporters from Ilen Rovers down in front of us, and they're very subdued at the moment, but those 2 cracking goals really now has set this game up. 2 goals and 2 points for Youghal, 2 points for Ilen Rovers. We played about 20 minutes.
Yeah, playing 3 in the full forward line.
Youghal have gone back to the 3 in the full forward line now again. As I speak, the ball's in the middle of the field. The full forward then, Kieran Daly, as he gives out to Fatna Collins. He flicks it inside, but there's only 3 Youghal players there. Michael O'Brien is one. Michael looks for a man, he kicks a high one out the far side, looking for John Paul Joyce. A great ball. John Paul drops it, he collects it again, he fishes it, Dempsey into the middle. Ken Dempsey is flying through the middle. He's looking for support. He still has the ball toward the hand. He's still going through the defence, and he overran with the ball, and the referee gives a free out. But I must say that John Paul Joyce certainly leaving his mark in this game. He's played a super game when he came on against this game. And now there's a substitute on. It looks as if Michael O'Brien could be in trouble. We were looking at Michael earlier, and I can see that Mickey Downey came on, but the referee thought to go off when the play stops. Quincy Murray has the ball at the far side of the field. He's passed John Finnall in his own here, and his own half back line. Jono. Oh, blocked down brilliantly, and this could be trouble. A great back down by Fatna Collins. Outside now is Kieran Daly, the full forward, he passes it in, obviously he doesn't, and it's a free in, about 24 yards out. Now let's see, Mickey Downey seems to be coming on. I wonder is Michael in trouble, because he certainly did look in trouble there. About 5 minutes, he certainly is, yes. Michael O'Brien has departed the scene, and all the worries all week long about Michael. Certainly the legs not stand up to it. So we'll have a look at what they're going to do. Is it a straight swap or not, we don't know. Vinci will probably stay full back and Mike out in the corner. So it looks a straight swap for Mike O'Brien. So the chance here now for Ilen Rovers to narrow the gap. They trail by 6 points. They have a free about 21 yards out. This should be a simple task enough. And it certainly is. Gone high and over the bar by Pat Connolly. So now looking down here in front of us, I can see that the full forward Kieran Daly is roaring at the supporters to rise the team's substitution just being called out over the public address system. So the full back stays the same except for that substitution. Mickey Downey now, a right corner back. He'll be marking Chris Collins. Vinci Murray, full back. He's marking Brian O'Sullivan. And I can see now the Seamus Follesters are right out in the middle of the field because Jason Hooley has gone out there. So the ball breaks out here where Farrell just still has it. Farrell kick down the side of the field where Kieran Daly, the full forward, now runs at the all defence. He's been chased by Micheál O'Leary. He has been inside, but he's gone all alone. He's going to kick this high over the bar. That's a great point from Kieran Daly. That's 2 points now in the last couple of minutes for Ilen Rovers. So the scoreboard reads 2 goals and 2 points to Youghal, 4 points to Ilen Rovers. So 4 scores apiece here. The big difference is Youghal have 2 goals and scored, so 4 points between the teams. And Ken, make no mistake about it, but this game is far from over.
Correct, Mick, we've played 22 minutes of this game, and all the best football, to be fair, has probably come from Ilen Rovers so far. But let's not take away from Youghal. They started poorly, but around the 78th minute mark when they got those 2 great goals, it was really power of mine. And as I said while ago, went for a great game. I have noticed that they have put Mark Wells back into the corner. They're playing with 2 around the midfield, and they probably enjoyed a little bit more success. But certainly, Colony and Collins, and as we speak, it's the corner forward. Brian O'Sullivan, he's through with Pat Mackey. It's a goal for Ilen Rovers. Brian O'Sullivan got inside. He's knocked up. Vinci Murray and buried the ball to the back of Pat Mackey's leg. And now he's Ilen Rovers 1 goal and 4 at 7. Youghal 2 goals and 2. We've played nearly 23 minutes in this game, Nick, and what a game of football we're having here in Pairc this afternoon.
Yes, certainly we were lucky enough to be leading there for a go by 2 goals and 2 points to 2 points, but this Ilen Rovers team is a very good team. This time Jason Hooley has the ball out in the middle of the field. He gives it inside again to Eddie Sheehy on the run. Is this going to be the equaliser? Brian Sullivan got inside the fence again, but this time he lets it fisted over the bar, and the teams are level. That could have been another goal by Brian Sullivan because he got in behind the all defence again. But as he closed in on Pat Mackey, he was coming in from the inline, and he opted to fish the ball over the bar to level up matters. So the teams are level again, and we've played about 23 minutes, 23 and a half minutes, and the sides are dead level here in Pairc. What a county final we're in for. 2 goals and 2 points to Youghal, 1 goal and 5 for Ilen Rovers. So Pat Mackey with this kick out. What a titanic struggle. We said this was going to be here today, and we certainly have one on, and the Youghal defence are really going to have to tighten up, because Brian O'Sullivan, who did so much damage in the semi-final, is creating the same effort here. And great catch out in the middle field by Paul O'Driscoll, but his flick goes astray. His pass goes astray, and Kieran Daly, the full forward, out there in the middle of the field. The flat just kicks this and high. There's only 2 Ilen Rovers players there. But it broken up there behind is Brendan Coleman. And Brendan is deemed to have fouled these men, and it's a free in. Out there, quickly taken free. And it goes into Brian O'Sullivan again. He sees a man coming in from the left side, Donny Duggan, across right in the middle of Jason Hooley. Is this purely the lead for Ilen Rovers? He kicks, but no, it's going to be no shot. Oh! What a save by Pat Mackey. It landed in front of Vincey Murray. Went up with his man first, but Pat Mackey got his hand to it right at the last second. Ball out the far side of the field. And it's gone over the line for a line ball to Ilen Rovers, but Pat Mackey's certainly holding up his name here. That is 3 marvellous saves from Pat Mackey. Long high ball in to the far side. It's like Pat Conley with a kick. It's half blocked down. Pat Mackey comes out to save it from being a 45. Throw the hand. He's looking for a man in. He sees out here. Oh, it's a bad break to piss from Pat Mackey. It goes straight to Fortney Collins. Fortney inside to Brian O'Sullivan again. Running at Vincey Murray, but this time he stopped on the ground. And he's a foul. He's deemed to have touched the ball on the ground, and the referee gives a free out. I think there's no name down the programme for the referee. I think it's John Harrington from Carrigaline is the referee here today. So Vincey Murray, quick free out the middle to Ken Dempsey. The teams are tied up here. 5 minutes or so to go at the half time. Fisted effort on towards Mark Welch. Mark has the ball now. But Kieran Coleman has come out, so he's no option inside only. Seamus Leander. Seamus running out. Catch this one, he does. He has the ball in his possession. He's trying to turn these men. Gives it back to Owen Cullen. Owen loses possession. He's not on the ground. He gets back up to the cover. So Owen still has possession. He has Seamus Leanders. But he goes to John Flynn instead out here, about 60 metres out. John turns one man. Looks, he's going to have a shot here, John. But it's a high one. It's going over here to the right hand side. It's not going to go out of play. The goalkeeper Alex Hooley comes out and collects it. Being tackled by Micheál Leka. He fished the ball out. Decided if he who is back there on Jason Hooley. And Seamus Leanders back. And he's back in his own corner back position. Great ball up the side of the field. And Donny Duggan has it, he gives it back to Jason Hooley. Just blocked down brilliantly by Seamus Fallas, but and he's there for the ball, goes out over the sideline, but a great block down from Seamus Fallas. And don't forget Seamus Fallas is playing cornerback for Youghal, but he's up in the Youghal half forward line because Jason Hooley has opted to go back and help out his defence. Sideline kick here right in the middle of the field, and the near side under the stand to be taken by Jason Hooley. He kicks a long ball in, looking inside, but Vincey Murray is there, and Vincey collects this and gives it out to Ken Dempsey. Ken out turns, space, time, kicks a high ball up. He's looking for Mark Welch, but Flod Driscoll is there. What a marvellous game Flod Driscoll is having. He's around, but he's a free out to players are playing away. The referee's going to leave it go. Fortney Collins with a long ball down towards Kieran Daly, but it runs out over the side, another line ball. And don't forget, of course, we've played 26, nearly 27 minutes. And don't forget that looking at the flags down there now, the wind seems to be swirling around. It was strongly. It's coming across the field now, so I don't think it's having a great effect. Collar just a bit the line ball. Long one up this side. Again, Fortney Collins goes up and Mark Welch comes over one hand. Now, Micheál Leka has it. Let's see, can they work the score here? He fishes it inside to one corner, but Seamus Leanders come out towards it. 2 or 3 players around the goal. Seamus is going to pop this, and it's a high, but is it gone high? It is! It's gone over the bar! And there's a huge splash down here in front of us between Mark Welch and Flod Driscoll, but that is the lead for Youghal again. A great score from Seamus Leanders, but I can see down in front of us that Flod Driscoll is down into them, so also as Mark Welch. And time for a breather and go back to Ken. Ken, we certainly have a big game in our hands here.
It's a cracking game of football, Mick. It's an absolutely exceptional game of football. Really enjoying it, and for all the neutrals that are here today in the intended service, we're really enjoying it. But from a Youghal perspective, I feel that their best option is to. They've obviously given Ken Dempsey the freedom of the Pairc, because we found Ken. He's a super athlete. He's the full back line. He's the full forward line. But his best option, I think, would be all around the middle field. Youghal will have to hold their shape. I think Ilen Rovers are dragging them all over the place, and fellas are getting confused the way they're playing. If they hold their shape, they're certainly in with a great chance. And give Ken Dempsey, and especially Mark Welch, because we can see when Mark gets the ball, he's running straight at him and he's tearing him apart. Mark, I think, could be a trump card here this afternoon. But certainly it's going to be a great game of football. As you said, we played just 28 minutes of this game with a point ahead. We're a couple of minutes away from half time. I'd expect a ton-run finish to the first half and an exceptionally good second half.
Certainly think so. Ken Jason Hooley with the ball down the far side of the field, but Pat Conley's gone and Kieran Daly, but it's a foul. That's surely, I know the referee leaves the advantage goal, kicks it high inside, but Vincey Murray is back there, going to leave the ball run out over the in-line for a wide ball. But the referee certainly playing the advantage there. So 1 point in the lead. Youghal 2 goals and 3 points, which is 9 points. Ilen Rovers 1 goal and 5, that's 8 points. That's 1 point in the lead for Youghal. As we go into the last minute or so of the first half, and what an enjoyable and thoroughly enjoyable first half we've had here. and it's King quite doing it for even the neutrals here. They're getting a marvellous exhibition here. Kick out from Pat Mackey. Lands and John Flynn goes up and he's fisted on. Great fist on by John Flynn. Owen Coleman caught on this occasion, but he goes around his man and he's still trying to get the ball up. He does succeed in doing so. Now he's looking for man inside. Kicks it in towards Mark Welch. Mark kicks it brilliantly. Turns his man, gives it back out to Owen Coleman far side the field. Now Owen Coleman has the ball. He's trying to turn the corner back. He runs into trouble. He fists it out towards Kieran Coleman. Kieran chips that up brilliantly. But the referee calls back play because Mark Welch is down the ground and he's putting the name of one of the Ilen Rovers players into the book, because I can see that he went to hit the ball when Mark was getting rid of it, but he cut Mark and shore with a fist, and to Scotland Collins is the name that went into the book. But Mark was down the ground getting treatment, and I'm sure that we're gone into one after about 7-8 seconds left in the stopwatch. So play held up on a couple of occasions. The referee probably play a minute or two overtime. But certainly this game is there in the pot, Ken, and who's going to win it, I don't know. But even at half time, you couldn't pick a winner at this stage.
It's a fascinating game of football. Mark Welch has tenderly picked himself back up, and it's going to be hard to pick the winner of this game, and it's going to be a great second half. And I'm quite sure that of the two managers, Shawnee Hayes will be the more pleased, because Ilen Rovers got off to a flying start, but it was that played around the 16 to 17 minutes. Just can't hit the straight from John Flynn from 45 metres out off the left hand side, but it's gone just left the wide. But that played around the 17 and the 18-minute mark, Mick, when Youghal got those two goals with Seamus Larmers and Mark Welch. I'm just wondering, will they be the decisive period of this game? Because since then it's kind of been nick and tuck. Ilen Rovers have clawed their way back into this game. Youghal have managed to stem the tide and go back up and go in the lead again. So it's an enabling game of football. It really is a great game of junior football, and I'm certainly enjoying this one.
Certainly, and even the scoreboard, Ilen Rovers have got 6 scores and Youghal have got 5 scores, but Youghal lead by 1 point because they got those 2 goals, of course. Kick out this time, and the referee plays no more time actually. We thought he didn't, because he stopped. So it's half time here in Pairc, Ring. With the scoreboard reading, Youghal 2 goals and 3 points. Ilen Rovers 1 goal and 5. A 1 point lead for Youghal. And I'll give you the last word to Ken before we hand back to the studio for a break.
Yeah, really enjoyed that one, Mick. I thought that Youghal kind of lost their shape for long periods of the game, but they've set their tasks much better. Unfortunately, they've lost Michael O'Brien, but we always felt that they probably would lose him. But they've reshaped and they've regathered, and they've got players. They put Mark Welch in around the full forward line, and he's caused havoc when he's got the ball. But I think himself and Ken Dempsey, not to be hacking on about it, but I think those are the 2 main guys. If we're going to get a result here today, I think we're going to need big games out of the 2 lads. But like, we're going to need big games everywhere. We see Seamus Forrest there will go up in his own full forward line. Seamus is named in the corner back position. So it's a great game of football. Youghal will be delighted to be ahead by that single point, but certainly it's going to be an exciting second half, Eugene, and come back to us for it.
With us here we have, and we're trying to fix his hair here for the interview, but with us we have Mick Tracy, our main sponsor here today. Mick, a tantalising first half.
Oh jeez, my heart is up my mouth. I don't know what's going to happen next, but I think if we hold them out for the first quarter or in the second half, I think we should do okay. But they're very good. Their forwards are excellent. But our backs will get into it, and I think we should have a good chance of winning the match in the end.
It'll be interesting to see what the Youghal selectors will do at half time now, because of course with Michael being taken off, Vincey inside full back, he got caught there for 1 ball. It'll be very interesting to see what they will do.
I don't think they'll do very much for the first quarter or 20 minutes. I think they'll leave it go and see how things go.
The 2 goals, Mike, 2 marvellous goals.
Oh, fabulous goals altogether. Well, one was a mistake by the goalkeeper, but the excellent goal was a fabulous goal. So it just shows that we can go up the field and score a goal at any stage in the match.
Yes, and we have Mick Tracy just here on 9 Live now at half time. But Mick, we were just saying about the 2 goals. We probably need every score we can get in the second half.
Oh, we do. We missed 2 or 3 bad points there in the first half, for the first 2 minutes of the first half. So every score counts, but I think if we hold them up for the first 20 minutes, we'll do okay.
Well, Mick, you've been very lucky to us so far, because every time we win a game, we're back in your place watching the video. Let's hope tonight will be no different. Mick Tracy, thanks for the interview.
Thanks, so there you have Mick
Tracy.
I hope that I will be proved right. I would probably like to see John Paul Joyce a little bit further out the wing, maybe in a swap with Owen Coleman. But so far, I think this is the best the shape Youghal will be, and the first 10 minutes are going to be vital, and hopefully the first 10 minutes will be in Youghals best period.
Okay, Ken, the referee throws in the ball to Harrington and forced a break here. Scotland Collins for Ilen Rovers. Scotland Collins kicks a high ball into the corner. The Paul O'Driscoll battles with Brian O'Sullivan. Brian O'Sullivan down the ground. Referee gives a free out to Youghal. But there's a player down injured. And the attendance here is 3,031 people. So that is the official attendance we've just got. 3,031 people. Looking at it, I'd say you could put a knot behind the tree because the stand seems to be packed there. But 3,031 official attendance. So a big three there from Youghal. Jason Hooley kicks it into the corner. Brian Sullivan, the danger man inside now. So that's Pairc just got out the far corner. He looks inside and he sees the centre forward on his own in here. Chris Collins. He kicks it back to Pat Connolly and he kicks it high and over the bar. The first goal of the second half goes to Pat Connolly, the centre field man for Ilen Rovers. And look at him stride out that field. He's a big, imposing figure. And a huge man he is, Pat Connolly. And of course, he's with Fortner Collins right in the middle of the field. And what two marvellous players Ilen Rovers having the two of these. But Ken Dempsey and John Flynn also out there. And what two great players you all have to knock them. Pat Mackey with the clear against the wind. Let's see what he does with this one. Kicks a great kick out, landing around the centre of the field, up goes Pairc, and again Fortner Collins goes highest there. That's super catch by Fortner. Kicks the far side of the field towards Chris Collins. Vincey Murray goes up and he bounce hops kindly for Chris Collins. He turns, he's going for the shot here, and he takes a high kick and it's gone high and it's gone over the bar. Another point for Chris Collins, and that is the lead for Ilen Rovers, 1-7 to 2-3. So Ilen Rovers get 2 LD points in the first couple of minutes, and they go into the lead, 1-7. For Ilen Rovers, 2 goals and 3 points to Youghal. That's 10 points to 9. And of course they led earlier on in the game, 2 points to no score. But they're back in the lead at the start of the second half. Pat Mackey kick out, flicked on here by Eddie Foley. But again Jason Hooley is back there. He kicks it in towards Brian Sullivan. Brian comes out, Paul O'Driscoll, Paul fouls him. It's a free in. Another free in for Ilen Rovers, and Ilen Rovers certainly on top here in the first 2 minutes of the second half. So Pat Connolly, centre field man, walks up, cool and calmly for this one. As they know that every score here is going to be vital in this TSB sponsored Cork County Junior Football Final, the last one of the millennium. Ilen Rovers, of course, have never won this competition, and neither have Youghal, so it's going to be first time name in the cup today. Left leg kick from Pat Connolly. It looks good. It's a super score from right near the sideline from Pat Connolly, and that extends Ilen Rovers' lead now to 2 points. 1 goal and 8 for Ilen Rovers, 2 goals and 3 for Youghal. Pat Mackey inside and he urging his backline to come. Somebody come looking for this one. But don't forget he's kicking against the breeze. And here he comes. Kick out. Lands out about 40-50 yards, but again Jason Hooley is the man on top over there, and Jason kicks it in towards Brian Sullivan side in the corner. Brian turns, Paul O'Driscoll, but Paul still chasing and harrying. Brian Sullivan can't get past him. He looks outside and he sees Kieran Daly, the full forward. Kieran fists it back here to Fortner Collins. Out about 40 metres out. Kicks it straight in to the middle into Chris Collins. He kicks it high and he kicks it over the ball. He knows it's gone to the right and wide. Gone to the right and wide. But Chris Collins certainly showing up well there. And the Ilen Rovers forward line really on their game here in the first 3 or 4 minutes of the second half. You're now going to have to lift their game. I see Jason Hooley now being marked by Mickey Downey. Kick out far side, but again Fortner Collins goes highest over John Flynn. And marvellous catch and a kick into the full forward goes in. Pat Mackey has it safe in his hands. He fists it out to Paul Driscoll out the side of the field. Now Paul soloing up the field, looking for support. Still soloing. Now he kicks a long high ball, but there's nobody down there. Matt Welsh goes to fist it on, but it only breaks back to his centre back, who's David Harmon. And it's a free against Owen Coleman, I think, for the tug of the jersey. So advantage back again with Ilen Rovers. And Pat Connolly, the man to take this free. This time he's a good 60 metres out, so he won't be going for the score here. He'll be looking for Chris Collins to come and run for this one, I think. He's looking in now, he's going to decide, and he certainly is. Vincey inside, but Vincey could be in trouble here because Chris Collins is a way taller man and he has the ball. He looks for support, gets it back here to this side. Here now number 10 has the ball, Donny Duggan. Donny looking for support in the middle. And the full forward Kieran Daly has it. He's about 30 yards out. He flicks it inside the end looking ball, but very lucky there on that occasion. The corner back, would you believe it? Raymond Seymour was right up inside in the full forward line, and he slipped on that occasion. But had he held his ground, there was danger there for the all back line and Pat Mackey, because he was in right 1-on-1 if he had collected, but he slipped, misjudged that one. Ken under pressure, under fierce pressure here in the start of the second half.
Certainly, Mick, we just played 5 minutes and it's the start that John needed that Ilen Rovers are actually getting. But basically what's happening is that every kick out has been won by Ilen Rovers, and then we find that Vincey Murray, who's knocking Chris Collins inside her, he's been coughing a little bit of height when the ball comes inside her, and he's been pumped just now. So it's the referee is actually going into the umpire there. Mick, we just went out. The umpire actually called the referee in for something else, and the referee and the umpire are actually talking. They're conversing inside there, and the referee is making his way back out the field. But the problem we're finding is that we're winning no ball at all from the kick out, and we need both John Flynn and Ken Dempsey to contest them both. They just seem, both lads just seem to be finding themselves out of position and out of position when the kick outs are coming down. So that's a problem they're going to have to readdress and readdress quickly.
Okay, line ball with Pat Connolly. It's a high one landing into the square, fisted out this side. Seamus follows, chases his man on this occasion, but it's flicked down to Brian Sullivan. And Brian in the in-line, he kicks it straight across, but Vincey comes out brilliantly to intercept, but it's only caught by the full forward Kieran Daly. He flicks it inside, but again, at a crucial stage, Chris Collins fell again when he was on his own right inside, so huge danger marks and signs there for the all defence. The Ilen Rovers forwards are finding it very easy to get through in these opening 5 or 6 minutes of the second half, and they're going to have to come to grips with this. So Pat Mackey with the kick out. You all very know, I can see that Ken Dempsey seems to be gone back, and Brendan Coleman has gone forward. John Flynn goes up and catches this brilliantly, beats Faulkner Collins for once, and now kicks it down to Mark Welsh. Mark has the ball now, looking for support, turns his man, but he's nobody inside, only Kieran Coleman to look at. He's surrounded by 2 or 3 Ilen Rovers players, plays it back to John Paul Joyce. John Paul now kicks it out this side of the field, looking for Owen Coleman. Is Owen going to make this one? Goes over the sideline? He does, keeps it in play. Turns and looks for a man, he kicks it straight across. He sees Brendan Coleman, on his left leg, he takes a kick in. It's high, but it's oh, it's fisted in by Youghal, but it's a free out. The goalkeeper fouled inside, and Youghal got his fisted that one, a deflection, but the goalkeeper Alex Foley was wise to it, and a good save from the goalkeeper. But he's injured in the process when he went on the ground. He looks to have a shoulder injury, but that was a great chance for Youghal there to close the gap. 1 goal and 8 points for Ilen Rovers, 2-3 for Youghal, still 2 points in it. But Youghal had a great chance there, but that was certainly the first time I see Faulkner Collins beaten in the air by John Flynn. Nervous kiss from John, who outfielded Faulkner Collins, but certainly you won't win too many of those balls against Faulkner Collins. One of the best fielders of the ball I have seen for many a year. And he certainly is living up to his reputation here today. But John Flynn on that occasion did. Let's see what happened here. It's coming out again between them again. This time John Flynn fists it down, but only started the Ilen Rovers. Kieran Daly, the full forward, goes inside now to the wing back. And it's gone thundering inside. Oh, brilliant. That's a very harsh decision there, and the whole crowd and the players are on top of John Harrington here for this decision. But now he takes the ball in to the 21-yard line. But that certainly was a very harsh decision on Seamus Forrest, I think. And the referee getting all kinds of stick for that decision there, but it's certainly a very harsh decision. And he gives the free in. And this looks as if it's going to be a very simple task now for Pat Connolly to extend the lead to 3 points for Ilen Rovers. And there's a hustle down here now between 2 Youghal players, 3 Youghal players, and they're having a chat, but they're surrounded by 3. The 3 back, and Pat Connolly kicks this and makes sure of it over the bar. Over the bar, so we played 8.5, nearly 9 minutes of the second half, and Youghal trailed by 3 points, 1 goal and 9 for Ilen Rovers, 2-3 for Youghal. And while that three was being taken, the Seamus Leanders, Mark Welsh and Kieran Coleman all met in a group down to have a chat about tactics, but they were surrounded by the 3 full back line of Ilen Rovers. Ball breaks here in the middle of the field. Vincey Murray has it, he's fouled. He takes a fast one out the far side to Mickey Downey. Mickey Downey the ball out, throw the hand, tries to find a man. He kicks the high ball in the far side, but there's nobody in there, only Mark Welsh. But Mark wins a great ball against severe pressure, and he turns his man now. He looks for support, throw the hand, he looks across, kicks a high ball in, but there's only 3 or 4 Ilen Rovers man there, and Pat Connolly, the man that got the free, is the one. He takes it out to the centre back, Dave Harmon. Gave it the ball, he's surrounded over there by Mark Welsh, and he gets it back to Pat Connolly again. And Pat now with a long relieving clearance up the middle field. Mickey Downey there on his own. Mickey catches this one, passes out here to Ken Dempsey. Ken with the ball now, looking for him, he kicks it out the far side to Youghal all on his own. Youghal, but there's only 1 or 2 Youghal players inside, and Youghal is going to find it very hard to come to challenge here. He still loses possession, he's on the ground, he loses, and the referee leaves play go on. And oh, there's an off the ball incident there now. with Brendan Coleman, one of the Ilen Rovers, but Paul O'Driscoll comes out, Triple with his fist away from him, but Paul goes back to the cover, kicks it out this side towards Owen Coleman. Owen has the ball, and this now is where you all need to exert pressure, and they're certainly doing that. Aidan Foley with the ball, he looks inside, he's going to kick a long one in towards the side. Mark Welsh goes up and he kicks it brilliantly. Mark, he shoots, blocked down brilliantly. Mark goes back to recover, gets the ball up again, but it's taken away from him on this occasion. What super defensive play from Ilen Rovers. Gets the ball up the side of the field. Ilen Rovers trying to break into another attack, and it's number 10 for Ilen Rovers. And that's Tony Duggan. He gets the ball up the far side, but it's gone out over the sideline and a line ball for Youghal. There's certainly pressure there. Kieran Coleman exerting huge pressure. And Donald Murphy, the cornerback. Now Seamus Fallis with this ball out towards the midfield toward, but Jason Hooley slips inside John Flynn, and he finds Brian O'Sullivan unmarked up the forward end, but there's 3 or 4 Youghal players going towards him. He still has the ball. Jason Hooley gone inside. He's still toward the hand, trying to find a man. He fists inside now to Jason Hooley. Jason tries to trouble Seamus Fallis. Succeeds in doing so. He's running towards goals, and he's fouled by Brendan Coleman. Brendan Coleman says he pulled him down, and this surely will extend the lead to 4 points. And the referee calling back Brendan Coleman and putting his name in the book. Ken at this stage, with what gone about 8-9 minutes, there's a substitute coming in, Alan Healy coming in. We'll just see now what switches they are going to make. We'll see who's going to go off. But Alan Healy is coming into the fray. Now, Idmi Holloway has gone off. Now he's not, he's there. Let's see now who is going to be replaced. But this is a simple free for Pat Connolly, right? To the goals, and it's Owen Coleman. And they're high and over the bar for Pat Connolly. 1 goal and 10 points to 2 goals and 3. So 4 points of the lead for Ilen Rovers. And I can see that Owen Coleman has departed the scene. And Alan Healy is on here now, left wing forward, where he marks John Sheehy with 4 points of the lead. Kent, this is where we really need to get a few scores, because this is a crucial time of the match.
Yeah, we've played 12 minutes. It's all about who wants it now, and we need to get our big minute again in midfield. I'm delighted to see Alan Healy on. I don't think it'll be too long more before we see Brian Hogan from Sweetfield on. Great catch there by John Paul Joyce out around the middle of the field. A player of 100% heart the whole time. He gives it off here to John Flynn. Flynn looks down, Ben gets the ball up. He's looking for someone to give it to. You all really need to get a score now. Flynn turns inside his man and gives it outside to Aidan Foley, who's made a great run out of the fence. Foley holds the ball up and gives it to Oleka. Oleka wins a great ball there under extreme pressure, and Oleka wins a free. It's a great free. But as you were saying, Mick, you all really need someone to take grip of this game now and get a score for us. And I'm quite sure we won't be too long. Back with the action, a quick free off to Ken Dempsey. Dempsey shoots from about 45 yards out. He shoots left and he shoots right, and Youghal needed a score. 1 goal and 10 to 2 goals and 3. But I'm quite sure it won't be too long more before we see Brian Hogan in the action. But certainly Youghal need to accept a little bit of pressure now, start winning the ball around the middle of the field, and then capitalise on their chances, because you won't get too many chances against this side, and we need to get a few scores.
Certainly, Ken, we need to take every chance. As I say, we've about 13 minutes gone. In the second half, we trailed by 4 points. You can see Owen walking around here. Of course, he was replaced there for the goal by Alan Healy. Ball breaks in the midfield. The Ilen Rovers now on the attack again here with Eddie Sheehy. On the ball, surrounded now by Aidan Foley. And Aidan, that's a great of pressure from Aidan Foley, and he wins his free there. And the referee now bringing the ball back, because one of the mentors from Ilen Rovers kicked the ball. This ball's gone high in, but the goalkeeper comes out on this occasion. And he fisted out this side of the field. Again, where John Sheehy is there to collect. He still has the ball. He kicks a long one up the middle, but there's only 2 Youghal players there. Brendan Coleman and Seamus Fallis and Ken Dempsey. And Ken O'Shea has Vincy Murray out the far side. There's only 2 players inside in the other half of the field, and that is Paul O'Driscoll and Brian O'Sullivan. All the other players are flanked inside in the Ilen Rovers half of the field. The stray was the pass was a stray there from Mickey Downey through Youghal Lake, fisted in again, but Flaw O'Driscoll is back there now. John Flynn is trying to get the ball up, but it's throwing. The referee decided to throw in the ball. But now the time for the pressure to come from the Youghal lads, because Ilen Rovers certainly had the best of the first 10 or 12 minutes of the second half. But Youghal now exerting the pressure, the ball being played up here in this half of the field for the last couple of minutes. Referee throws in the ball. John Flynn goes up, but it's caught in there again by Pat Collins. What a super player he is now. Oh, great ball here. Nobody spotted the pull forward. Kieran Daly, he's tumbling down the middle of the field, and he kicks it inside. Does Paul O'Driscoll win this one? He does. Oh, brilliant catch by Paul O'Driscoll. And he gets his free out, and he takes a fast one out to Mark Welsh. Mark into the field now. He has time and space. There's players in front of him. He doesn't know where to go with it. He kicks it in inside the field towards John Paul Joyce. John Paul sees Aidan Foley in front of him. Gives it to Aidan Foley running through the fence. Kicks a high ball in towards John Flynn. John inside full forward now. And the people here don't think he was being dragged to the ground, but referee leaves the big one. Jason Julio back in his own back line. He slips on that occasion, he looks for the man, he finds Floro Driscoll, flops around by 1-3 out there, he plays it back again to the corner back, Donald Murphy up the far side of the field. Now Ilen Rovers trying to build an attack here, Pat Connolly has the ball, middle of the field, kicks it up the far side towards Brian O'Sullivan. The ball goes behind him, Floro Driscoll in this occasion. Slips his man, gives the ball back to Seamus Fallis. Now, Seamus kicks it right across the front of the goals here to Pat Mackey, who nobody within 20-30 yards of him. Pat coming out now, looking for support. He's gone out. Pat is out about 30-40 yards out and he goes. Gives it to Seamus Fallis. Seamus with the ball down the far side, kicks a long ball down from Youghal Leka. Floro just comes out, beats him, but Quincy kicks it across, but there's only 3 or 4 Ilen Rovers there, but he wins a free there, and it's a free to Youghal, about 60 metres out from the Ilen Rovers goal. Don't forget the scoreboard is 1 goal and 10 points to Ilen Rovers. That's 13 points. 2 goals and 3 to Youghal. That's 9 points. Quickly taken free. Gives it to Alan Healy. Alan out to Markways, out the far side. Kicks a long hopeful ball into the middle. Who's going to go for this one? Seamus Laird goes out, but he slips from his grasp. And the ball is on the ground. And John Flynn goes down and picks it up there. Gives it out to Brendan Coleman, but Brendan misses it. Goes back to collect again. Now, Brendan looking for some more big chances. A shot, a high one, but it's gone to the right and gone wide. So another missed opportunity for Youghal. And we have played about 16 minutes, just over 16 minutes to the second half, so I'm just over halfway through, trailing by 4 points. And Youghal certainly after missing 1 or 2 opportunities there to close that gap. But Ilen Rovers defence, and looking at it, a lot of their forwards have gone back to help out their defence. They know they're under immense pressure back there. Kick out here, up goes John Flynn, fists it down as far as John Paul Joyce, and picked up again by Brendan Coleman. He's rolling down and going out. There's 2 Ilen Rovers players beside him. Now he has a shot, he kicks it in, and it goes to Seamus Laird, and a great save by the goalkeeper on the goal line, but it's a penalty! It's a penalty! A penalty to Youghal! Because Seamus Laird was fouled after he hit the ball. The goalkeeper saved that it wasn't a very strong shot, but here is a chance for Youghal to get back into the game. A penalty to Youghal. Seamus Laird was fouled as he kicked that ball, and Floro Driscoll is the man who's had a tremendous game for Ilen Rovers, but he's the man going into the book. And Paul O'Driscoll has come all the way from full back up to take this penalty. What is he going to do with it? If he scores this, he can bring 1 point. So surely he'll have to go for the goal here. We're 4 points behind. 17.5 minutes gone. Paulo just with a penalty to put just 1 point between the teams. Everybody here waiting with a bated breath to see what Padre will do with this one. The referee making sure everybody's outside the exclusion zone. He blows the whistle, here it comes. Paulo Driscoll, penalty. And it's brilliantly saved. It's brilliantly saved. And it's a free out. It's a free out. It's a free out even though the ball ended up in the back of the net. It was a brilliant save by the goalkeeper. But I can see one of the all forwards, I think it was Seamus Laird, or somebody got the ball into the back of the net, but the referee disallowed it because they were inside in the square. So a let off for Ilen Rovers, and surely that now could be the major turning point of the second half for the goalkeeper Alex Hooley. Now kicking out to Jason Hooley, who's back in the corner back. There's out to Floro, or just on the far side. Floro kicks a high ball down the side of the field, but it's covered there by Vincey Murray. Vincey gives it to Brendan Coleman. Brendan throwing up the field now. He's gone 30 or 40 yards, he fists a high ball out here. Ken Dempsey goes to catch it, loses it, goes back to collect again. He takes a kick and a great point by Ken Dempsey. That's a super reply to a missed penalty. And now there's only 3 points between the teams. Now we have a number of substitutions. Brian Hogan from Sweetfield is in instead of Youghal Leka. And they make it about 18-19 minutes gone, and 11 minutes left, and there's 3 points between the teams. 1 goal and 10 points for the Ilen Rovers, 2 goals and 4 for Youghal. What we would have given for that penalty to have been executed, because we certainly now need inspiration again. 3 points behind Kane. That might be a major turning point in this match.
Yeah, but fair play to Youghal, Mick. They've still come back up, and it's been all Youghal for the last 10 minutes. Despite missing the penalty, they've still thundered their way back in and got a great score with Ken Dempsey, and they've won another free around the middle of the field. This game isn't over. This team is full of heart, and they have every chance to win this game. Back with the action, it's Youghal on the attack on the far side, and Youghal have won another free here through the endeavours of Alan Healy. So this is in a very scoreable position here for John Flynn. A chance for Flynn to get his first score of the game. We've played, as I said, just 20 minutes of this game. It's 1-10 to 2-4 in favour of Ilen Rovers. But Youghal certainly have turned their way back in this game. They trailed by 4 or 5 points at the start of the second half. It was all Ilen Rovers, but since then it's been all Youghal, and Youghal certainly a full value for getting back into this game. And Flynn here with this opportunity, he's just right at the goal. He's about 30 metres out. This would only put 2 points between the sides. If this was to go over, you can hear the Ilen Rovers fans in the background booing, but still we see the referees inside talking to one of the Ilen Rovers players, but still Flynn holds the ball. Very composed guy, very cocky guy, and anyone if you have anyone to put over, he's the guy, very confident guy. He kicks, he strikes, it's gone over the bar. So Nick, game on as they say in America, and you're not beaten yet.
Certainly we're down to 2 points, and maybe the missing the penalty could inspire the lads to drive on and try and pull this one out of the fire, because they certainly have about 10 minutes left. Now the Ilen Rovers supporters really getting behind their team here. A huge vocal support here from Ilen Rovers. So Alex Hooley with the kick out. Just under 10 minutes to go in this TSB sponsored Cork County Junior Football Final. Who's going to take the honours on? Alan Healy goes to listen, but it goes to Aidan Foley. Aidan with a block down, brilliant block down there by Fatna Collins, and he's fouled as he does so. So Fatna with the kick up now, dangerous looking inside because Chris Collins has come out with this one. But Vincey Murray, brilliant recovery by Vincey, and a free out to Vincey. Great win by Vincey. Vincey gets a fast free. He gives it to Mark Welch. Mark now back in his own half back line, trying to help out, and Mark was fouled again. So another free, and now another name goes into the book. The centre back, David Herman, is going into the back for a personal foul there on Mark Welch. 2 points between the teams. 1 goal and 10 for Ilen Rovers, 2-5 to Youghal. That's 13 points to 11. And now the chance for Youghal supporters to get behind their team, and they're rising here in the stand. Quick hit from Vincey Murray out to Seamus Fallers. Seamus sees John Paul drives, and Seamus got a knock just as the ball kicked, but the referee didn't see it. So Vincey Murray now to kick up the field towards John Flynn, but John misses out in this occasion. And misdirected pass goes to Pat Connolly. Pat having a super game here today for Ilen Rovers. A great ball the far side of the field, and the race is on here now. Brian Hogan tries to tackle, but Ilen Rovers have it. Number 15, Brian O'Sullivan. He goes in, he fists it inside. Oh, brilliantly won by Chris Collins. Out to Donny Duggan. And a kick across the for Claude Driscoll is all on his own. He gives it to Jason Hooley. This could be a point from Jason. He kicks it high and kicks it over the bar. Another point by Jason Hooley. Certainly one of the best forwards that Ilen Rovers have. And that now extends the lead to 3 points, 1 goal and 11 to Ilen Rovers, 2-5 to Youghal, 14 points to 11. So a goal between the teams again. And we have about 22, just gone over 22, nearly 23 minutes played, 7 minutes to go. Kick out from Pat Mackey, out towards Brendan Coleman. Brendan catches this superbly on his one half back line. He tries to turn his man, he gives it to Vincey Murray. Vincey now on the run up the field. He still has it toward the hand, he's looking for a man inside. He kicks a shortish ball in, and he finds Kieran Coleman. Kieran gives it a pass to Brendan Coleman in the middle. Brendan flicks it inside to John Paul Joyce. John turns, and he's fouled. He's fouled, but it's not it was a high tackle, but he just fought to put out his hand to block him in his pass. Fatna will go into the book, okay, but it wasn't a very, very, very serious tackle. John Paul was rushing in, but certainly a chance here for Youghal to close the gap again to 2 points. So 6.5 minutes to go in this county final, and there's a substitute I think on for Ilen Rovers. Yes, number 10 departs the scene. So Johnny Duggan is off. We'll have a look to see. And as I speak, John Flynn makes no mistake from the free. So John Flynn is in, and John Flynn now, it's Conor O'Driscoll is in, and he goes corner forward on Seamus Fowler. So 2 points between the teams. Just over 6 minutes to go. 1-11 to 2-6. 2 points between these teams. Very, very little.
Number 23.
So Conor O'Driscoll, number 23, replaces number 2, Johnny Duggan, and the Ilen Rovers team kick out from Alex Hooley, lands in the middle of the field. Players go up for that one, but the break of the ball comes to Ilen Rovers. They're back in their own half back line. They'll be surrounded by 2 Youghal players. High kick up the field here. Ken Dempsey goes for this one, collects it beautifully, gives it to Brendan Coleman inside. There's a man coming on him, and he's shouldered off the ball, but it's a free to Youghal, and Brendan was going to take it fast on, but the lads came back in time. Now John Flynn has the ball. He's about top there, 40 yards out. John could have a pat from here. A brilliant block down by the centre back. David Harmony is injured himself now. The ball goes to Aidan Foley. Ken Dempsey has the ball. He looks inside, he sees Seamus Lerner, but he's beaten on this occasion by the full back. And now comes Donald Murphy and he's fouled on the way out. And they look for a quick free here now. And they certainly do that. But the referee calls back the play. The free was taken too quickly, but Youghal certainly threw away an opportunity there of narrowing the gap to just 1 point. They'll trail by 2 points and they're scoring 111 to 2-6. And we've about 5 minutes to go. Certainly the initiative here with Ilen Rovers. High free out of defence. And it falls in behind, but John Flynn goes together, he collects it, gives it to Vincey Murray up to Mickey Downey, but nobody up in front, and Mickey has to hold up the ball. Now he kicks a long high ball into space. There's 2 Ilen Rovers players going there, hops in behind, the full-back has it. Dermot Duggan tries to come out of defence. He has support there from John Sheehy, but it's a free in to Youghal, and there's surely a chance now to bring the margin down to the bare minimum. John Flynn going up for this one. Who's closest to him? So John Flynn has 2 points already in the scope of this, as against Kiscayne. When he pulled it out of the fire, this could be a crucial kick. John kicks it high and kicks it over the bar. That's another score for John Flynn, and more importantly, it narrows the gap to the bare minimum. What's the betting here on a draw? Because it looks as if it could be heading for a draw. There's 1 point between the teams. There are 4 minutes left on the stopwatch. The goalkeeper told to take the ball back. Seamus Landers telling the referee to get him to take it back, and the referee, Judy, tells Seamus Landers wishes on this occasion. So Jason Hooley with the kick out. Now both sets of supporters on the edge of their seats here. 1 point between these 2 teams. The kick out goes out the middle of the field. Then up goes John Flynn. What a marvellous catch by John. He tries to find a man. He sees Mickey Downey on the far side. Mickey fists the ball forward to Brendan Coleman, or to Vincey Murray. Vincey gets the ball forward now to Brian Hogan Sweetfield. Brian out fists it inside. He sees Brendan Coleman. Brendan now. He turns 1 man, 2 men. He loses the ball. He gets it back again to Mark Welsh. Mark with a kick, but this is going to land low inside. And it drops down. And it's a goal for Youghal! It's a goal for Youghal! Seamus Landers! And all the Ilen Rovers players are in the top of the upper. But Seamus Landers does it again. And a goal for Youghal! Youghal go into a 2-point lead with 3 minutes to go, 2.5 minutes to go. And certainly, Seamus Landers has done it again. 2 goals against Kiscayne, and now he has put Youghal 2 points ahead, 3 goals and 7 points. That's 16 points. Ilen Rovers 1 goal and 11. They kick out in the middle of the field. Ball breaks, players tussling for it. Chris Collins gets it for Ilen Rovers, and it's going out the far side of the field. They're Partner Collins and Brian O'Sullivan go for it. Ball is passed in out too. Pat Connolly. Pat Connolly has the ball. He kicks a long one across the edge of the square, but Seamus Wallace is there, and he sees Ken Dempsey. Ken now looking for support. He kicks a long one. Oh, it's only got out here to Kieran Daly, the full forward. Trying to get through. Fowler just has the ball. Tension here out mounting. A high kick from Partner Collins, and it's gone all the way over the bar. And that narrows the gap to just 1 point. And that was a huge effort from Partner Collins. 1 minute to go. 1 goal and 12 points. 1 goal and 12 to Ilen Rovers, 3 goals and 7 to Youghal. What an epic final we've had here. Does any one of the 2 teams deserve to lose? Ask a Youghal person and you'll get the answer. Now the supporters are standing up here. Pat Mackey, the kick out, a marvellous long kick out to the middle of the field. Oh, that's a free in to Ilen Rovers. It's a free in to Ilen Rovers. They're about 60 yards out. Pat Connolly goes for Jason Hooley, but Aidan Foley collects brilliantly out to Ken Dempsey. Ken out the far side of the field. That Youghal trying to hold up this. Kicks a long ball in towards Brian Hogan. It's a line ball to Youghal. And that looked a very dodgy decision, because that certainly looked like it was an Ilen Rovers ball. Quick line ball to Mark Welsh. Can we get the insurance point? Mark still inside, trying to pass 1 man, 2 men. He kicks a high ball. It's gone high. It's gone wide. It's gone to the right and wide. So tension mounts here. We're 30 seconds away from the full-time whistle. 1 point between the teams. Your lead by just 1.37 to 112. No. They must draw from all their energies here to try and hold on to this. Kick out towards John Flynn, but again Fortna Collins goes highest. And a long kick up the field here towards Aidan Foley. Now Mickey Down goes down, but look, there's a break on here. There could be a goal on here for Ilen Rovers. Brian O'Sullivan has the kicks. A great knockdown by Seamus Forrest. And Ken Dempsey back to kick it out over into the crowd. And they could have held their head there and kept on possession, but they kicked the wild ball. So it's a line ball to Ilen Rovers. Pat Connolly, if he ever needed a point in his life, he needs it now. Time is up on the stopwatch. But Pat Connolly has a marvellous opportunity here to level matters. He's got some marvellous scores during this game and against the semi-final. But this time he's going to try and put this over the bar from the sideline. He takes 2 or 3 steps inside. He kicks it high. It's not going to go wide, is it? Players go up for it. Caught inside by Chris Collins. He gives it out to Kieran Daly, the full forward. Kieran has the ball. He's trying to get support. He gets from the corner back. But he kicks a high shot. It's gone to the left and wide. And could this be victory on that? Because we make a time up. Players asking the referee what's left in this one. I make a time up. We've gone into injury time. Ken Bullman shows me we've played nearly a minute of injury time. Pat Mackey with the kick out. Youghal lead by 1 point in this county final. Finchie urging the Youghal players to come back and help out. Kick out. It's all over! It's all over! And Youghal are county champions! What a super effort from Youghal! And all the players run towards Seamus Landers. There's about 30 people up on top of Seamus Landers down here in front of us. The man who got the goal, the hero of the hour again. And there's surely 40 people, kids, down on top of Seamus Landers. What a super performance. They looked to be dead. They came back, and then that goal from Seamus Landers. He did it, Ken, in the semi-final. He's done it again in the final. And surely Seamus Landers is going to be the toast of the town tonight.
Well, I suppose I owe a big apology. I made a couple of comments about him.
Are you happy, ladies?
We are very happy.
Huh?
Very happy.
Will there be excitement down the seaside tonight, do there?
Yeah, well, you see up the all.
There'll be some going down the seaside.
Huh?
There'll be chicken and Budweiser.
Did you? Get him over, will you?
Well done, Mackie. Come on, Nick.
I didn't even ask who got
Ilen Rovers, the Enchili Youghal, Akira Matala on you. On behalf of the Cork County Board, it gives me great pleasure indeed to congratulate sincerely both teams on an outstanding performance out there today. Without a shadow of a doubt, I would say it was the football match of the year. And with the play flowing from end to end, the result was in doubt up to the wonderful indeed. And sincere congratulations to you all. A wonderful comeback. It looked after the penalty was saved that the chance might have gone, but the team battled away and were very deserving winners at the end. And I want to sincerely congratulate you all. You waited for a long time for this trophy, and I'm delighted that you. And we look forward to seeing you in the intermediate grade in the year 2000.
The mic's gone right.
I want to congratulate
The mic's gone right.
Ilen Rovers for the part they played in an outstanding game
The
here
mic is
today.
gone.
Unfortunately, Mike is gone. Unfortunately,
That might be pulled out there.
You have a good voice.
unfortunately, luck wasn't with them today. But this very fine sporting game they deserve great credit indeed for it. I want to congratulate our groundsman here, Tommy Lynch, on the excellent condition he had the ground in today. Took 2 matches.
Except for penalty spot match.
And I want to congratulate and thank the TSB Bank for sponsoring this competition for us. They've been great friends of the Cork County Board, and long may they continue that way.
Come on, Hazard.
I'm now going to call on Mark Landers of the TSB and the captain of the Cork Senior Hurling to present the trophies to a very worthy captain, a man who unfortunately wasn't able to last the pace they had to go off with a very severe injury, Mike O'Brien. The man of the match today, and the man of the match is Seamus Landers. Put it up now, put it up, put it up, put it up. Put it up, kid. Now over the mic.
Gone on, someone Cornshaw, Locker, so for an Oaken.
Stand up, stand up, stand up.
Think he might slip. I can't. He gave it, he's alright. I think this competition has eluded us for long enough, and finally we have it. I think the way the team played today is without you. I think the way the team played today is a sign of the character that's been instilled into us. We finished very strong, in particular in the last 10 minutes. It's been a character of our play for the whole year. I think we can credit that to a lot of individuals. Sean Hayes came in at the start of the year with good raw talent, and he won a county for us. Thanks, Sean. I can't forget other individuals who contributed just as much. Those are Tom McCarthy and John Pairc. And again, I think the acceptance speech wouldn't be complete without mentioning a very special man. That man, of course, is Dan Coleman. He gave everything to us in the past number of years, during the lean years. Dan, all I can say is thanks. I'd like to thank our sponsors, the Nook, Mick Tracy, for all the gear he's given us and all the support he's given us throughout the year. Thanks, Mick. Hello, Tracy. Sebastian will give us tonight. And finally, I'd like to thank Ilen Rovers. They show great character. They play some exceptional football over the year, and they play some exceptional football all year. I think they're a very good team, they're a very good side. They have a great blend and a great mixture. 3 cheers for Ilen Rovers. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! And finally, I'd like to thank the people in front of me. That's our supporters. They were with us again during the lean years, and this year when the success came, I'd like to say thanks. Thanks very much.
Be careful, you might hurt his leg. Just stand here. Come there. Hold the cup. No, just like that.
Good for Jun football.
Oh, Mike, it took great courage to start today. Everyone didn't think you would. But it must have been heartbreaking the sideline. The nerves to try and get back into the game, was it? Like, you know.
Yeah, it was. I mean, there were some tough times there for a while. Like, in particular for the last 10 minutes, quarter of an hour in the first half, and for a lot of the second half, they really came on top and they really got the scores and they carried the ball very well.
But as you said yourself above there, the strength in the last 2 minutes, the same against Kiscale 2 weeks ago, and it showed that maybe the fact that you're hurling a lot in the air as well, does that help? The fitness?
Sorry, what was that?
That you're hurling as well a lot, that you're kind of walking board code throughout the year, kept you very fit.
Well, like I say, the hurlers were knocked out very early on, back in July, so that really wasn't an issue. Like I say, it was football we concentrated on since July.
Yeah.
Rather than minors, it was all football. So we could actually concentrate on winning a county in football without trying to mix both codes.
Yeah. And you're happy to be home to cup till last night?
No. Delighted.
Delighted, yeah. And you'll make that leg better for walking around the town later on.
Exactly.
See it, right?
Thanks very much.
Bye-bye. Well, the last day again you took a few very important points against Kiscale when you were down, and it looked kind of as if you were dead and gone. You got a few good scores, and today I think you did the same. At this time you kept it good. Do you practice a lot of the free taking?
No, not really.
No, you're just good normal, natural.
I wouldn't say that no at all. Dan Coleman was there somewhere. You know, I think he touched the last one over the post. Bit of luck.
Yeah.
I had to do it. We were under pressure. You have to do your best.
When the penalty was saved, I reckon there was a bit more worry crept in, was there?
There was, of course. Listen, it was a good save, fair play to the keeper, but we keep going until the final whistle. Simple as that. We don't give up. If we're 10 points down or 2 points down, we drive on.
We've seen it all year, haven't we?
We haven't. We'll fucking see it next year in the media. Pardon my French.
Yeah. Well, that's good French anyway. We'll see you. Bye, John.
Okay then, here we are with man of the match, James Landers, and also with Sean Hayes. First of all, I'll talk to Sean. I'll turn to Sean. Sean, I spoke to the club chairman on Friday, Paddy Coleman, and I put it to Paddy that we always had the talent in Youghal, we always had the footballers, but we were missing something, and I put it to Paddy that what we were missing was a fella called Sean Hayes.
At the end of the day, Mick, I don't play the game, it's the lads play it, and they all year they've put in anything I asked them to, they've done it, whether it's go around the field 18 times, which is hard work too, but in the matches they don't die and they keep fighting, and it's the players win it. You had them in the town all the time and they're a great bunch of lads and the whole town should be proud of them.
But Shawnee, today we stared defeat in the face against Kiscale. We stared it again today in the face. What has it done to the players that you have instilled this confidence that you're never beaten?
But they're just a good team, Mick, and all they have to be told as they were. And like they worked hard, and if you're fit you can keep going for 60 minutes, and that's what happened. They were able to keep going, they kept plugging away, and they got their, as I said earlier to Ken, they got their just rewards, you know.
We thought first of all that the 2 goals in the first half were the major turning points, right? But when we missed the penalty, then we said that surely would be a major factor. But it lifted the lads.
Well, it does. I mean, these fellas are battlers, and we got an important point straight after the penalty, which kind of kept us hanging in there. And like at that stage, Ilen were kind of defending and hanging on, and like we were able to, the goal we got, okay, it came out of nothing, but you make your luck, and the lads got it, and that's, thank God, and we're through.
Shani, finally, I know you're after talking, I'm sure you're paying a hit from talking to reporters at this stage, but can we officially now say you're Youghal man since you moved in yesterday to Youghal?
No comment.
Sean, many congratulations, well done. Here we have with us man of the match, and I'm sure if there was a man of the match award in a couple of games previous this year, you would have got it, but just tell us about that last and the most important goal you'll ever score for Youghal junior football.
I don't know, geez, I'm hoarse now, but no, it was just the keeper went up once again and there was a defender in front of him, and I was hoping to take a gamble that one of them might get in each other's way, but that's what happened, so I just put my fist in there, then it came down off my head, then hit my shoulder. I was waiting to hit somewhere else, but I just took out the hand, I just flicked it in when I saw it just in front of me, so I couldn't believe my luck, but I was waiting for the referee to blow up for a free out or something, you know, but it was great.
Seamus, down through the years, you've been in and out of football, you were indecisive for what to do, you were one of the top soccer players as well in the town, but this year you seem to really put your mind to it.
Yeah, Sean asked to give a commitment, you know, and I said fair enough, I give the commitment because I thought there was something special there, and well, Dan was after asking me before that, and you were after getting me involved in under 21, and I can thank you for getting me into it, and I suppose a few tips from Ken Bullman out in the training ground, you know, how to put away a ball, but no, but then he asked us to give a commitment, and when I said yeah, I give a commitment, but then when I saw that everyone else was giving the commitment, I said, you know, there must be something in this, you know, and then you get the feeling inside, and he's after putting steel inside us, you know what I mean, to give the commitment, and we're after doing it for him.
I know a while back the cuddles and kisses from teammates was a kind of bit slack on your side, but no shortage of cuddles and kisses today.
No, yeah, but I suppose that's what happens when you're a Van Eyden fan, you know. Kind of getting onto me about that all year, but that's from going up and down to Midland, but I'm sure it's after paying off, you know. Up Midland they're sticking away a few goals, but no, it's brilliant, you know what I mean, the commitment, and as I said earlier, you know, what you put into it is what you get out of it, and you go back to February, March, April, we were going through hell up there, like getting sick and everything, fellas hiding up in the back of the pitch trying to puke up so Sean wouldn't see him, thinking that they were fit out, but we were getting sick, and I was one of them fellas trying to hide it, like, but it's after paying off today.
We won't talk about today or tomorrow what we're going through. Tonight we'll have a fabulous night, first of all of course in the Nuke watching the video, but afterwards in the World Rally, but apart from today, tomorrow, where does this take you all football?
I think it's only one place you can go from here on, that's up, and I think we're going into a new era, you know, with last of the millennium, you know, into the millennium, and we're such a young team, you know, and there's so much enthusiasm there, and fellas just want to play football in Youghal now, you know, and it's after changing the town around in football wise, you know, because before, alright, people say hurling was #1, but this is after putting football on the map, you know what I mean, and you've young fellas there, and you know, there was so many fans there today looking at football and just want to play it, like, and I suppose, you know, it's been brilliant, like, for us.
Seamus, you've been out here long enough, you're getting cold, you need a shower. Seamus, just take it from me that you're part of history you made here today in Pairc Ring, our first ever junior football title. Many congratulations and enjoy it.
Thanks a lot, Mick.
Okay, that's Seamus Landers, man of the match award. What a fabulous game Seamus had again today and getting that all important crucial goal. Well, that's about it, that wraps it up here. Thanks to our cameraman Brendan Barry, to Esther, to Ken Bullman, and to everybody that helped all during the year long, a long campaign here, culminating in a huge victory for the club, only by 1 point, but nevertheless a marvellous victory. So from everybody here in Pairc Ring on this momentous occasion, the 5th of December 1999, we are county junior football champions.
Was on you?
Yeah, I was dressed for once.
I hardly know you with the clothes on. Like, did you enjoy that game today?
Yeah, immensely. It's great to come on, yeah. All year I've been hampered with injury and bits and pieces. I missed out in the hurling as well as the football, but the boys gave me a chance and I took it by the scruff of the neck, and I was just happy to be part of the team, you know.
But it was good to get a start as well against Kiskane, was it? That kind of got you into it?
Yeah, we came on in the injury time in Kiskane. I think they needed a bit of fresh legs and stuff, so I got the shout.
Young legs, Mickey.
Young legs, yeah. I'm anything but at this stage, but anyway, I got a run and I took a go, and thank God today. And it's a great day for the Youghal club, especially for the Coleman family, and Sean Hayes included, who took over from Dan, who was our who took over from Dan, who was our manager at the start of the year, and unfortunately he's not with us today. But having said that, Sean took over and done a marvellous job, instilled great belief into the club and the team as a whole. And today we're reaping the rewards. It's a great day, absolutely.
So you have a great night celebrating?
Oh, I'd say we'll have a couple of days, yeah.
Hey, that's it, I was asking for her. I'll do commentary you next year, tell her.
Mickey Shooter.
Don't be picking on him. Hey, Jim. Long enough you talked off running around, and you even talked off out and his came. And I thought you were going to full retirement.
No,
Did you enjoy today's win?
Oh, I did. It was fantastic. Brilliant day for you all.
Yeah.
And a great day for all the lads.
Just say you were the last fella that involved the team that played the last time they were in the county, back in 80, whatever, 84.
84. No, well, we played in the county in 83. But
well, yeah,
we played in 84 in East Cork. So
yeah.
it was great. It was just absolutely fantastic day, and I'm absolutely thrilled I stayed playing.
Yeah.
And,
so you go home celebrate all night tonight?
Oh, you're never sure.
Yeah. I suppose you look after him, will you?
Oh, I am. I'm feeding him well.
Not feeding tonight, no, out for takeaway tonight.
That's right.
We'll see you, bye.
Bye.
Here, look at the colour he's wearing, that yellow.
Up the old boys, up the old boys, up the old boys every time. When we make them, up the old boys every time. Follow them up, they're going to win the cup. Up the old boys, up the old boys, up the old boys every time. When we make them, up the old boys every time.
Hey, Vince.
Hey, Brendan, mate.
You got a great start.
Who?
You went out with great determination. Great determination. Unfortunately, the free start wrong. He gave you a yellow card.
That was Brendan Coleman late tackling, not me.
I know that. I saw that. It wasn't you, Vince. You wouldn't do a thing like that.
No, I'm very innocent, Brendan.
Did you enjoy the game? Or did you have time?
Personally, I didn't. I was being dragged all over the place, so personally it wasn't a great game for myself, but it's a great day for you all, so I'm happy.
Vincent, you did all right. You got enough of ball over the defence to save your own side. You did well.
I don't know. Thanks, Brendan.
We'll see you.
It's a great day, mate. A great day.
Okay, bye. Bring the gear home, are you? Yeah. Yeah.
You won't even know how to say hello.
Hey!
You're like a dirty shirt.
Yes!
Good.
Where do we?
Come on.
Your ball films down here. We have to make it up the stairs, all right?
Oh, just about now, you know yourself. Like, smoking along now. Don't be asking me about my sisters now again tonight. What's the sister?
Ow, bring your cunt. Yeah, Mackie. No, sir.
Hey, mate. You're tired of down the sideline, are you?
I am, yeah. I tell you one thing, that game yesterday was so...
Nothing happened there, lads. Nothing. It's not right. Youghal. I said Jerry there, you want to rest Jerry there, look.
People of Youghal, we thank you sincerely for the wonderful turnout here this evening to welcome back the greatest team that left our town yesterday morning. They went up to Cork and played the greatest game of football that was seen in Ireland this year. Today we had many sports commentators and sports journalists. They rang me and they said they've never seen the like of it. The game was for 60 minutes. Some people said Ilen Rovers were a great side, but over 60 minutes Youghal were decided today. We congratulate them from our hearts. This is the first time in 110 years history of Youghal coming to Taskia local that we brought the County Junior Cup back to Youghal. We were beaten in the final in 1940. There are still 4 living members in the town: Nick Roach, Joel Madden, Georgie Swain, I forget the other member, O'Neill. We were also beaten in 1996, but yesterday was third time lucky, and well done. I'd like to thank the supporters of Youghal all year. You were wonderful. co-sponsor, Nick Tracy and the Duke, who was already also were wonderful and helped us. And you, the people of Youghal, when we knocked at your doors over the last 2 months, looking for you to join the county board draw, we were also county champions in that. We're the biggest club in the county. Thank you indeed for your support. I will now introduce you to our captain, Mike O'Brien. Yesterday was a big day for the Youghal club. Yesterday was the day for the players. Today is the night for the supporters. Thanks! I'd like to thank everyone involved. There's a lot of people, but I'll try and remember them all. Number one is Sean Hayes, who's his work and his commitment all year was exemplary. Thanks, Sean. Other people, we can't forget Tom McCarthy, the squad car was out in Cup Rally a lot of times this year. We can't forget John Pairc, who was with us in 96 when the success didn't come, and he's with us again in 99 when it finally came. I'd like to thank our chairman, Paddy Coleman, who gave us an awful lot of this, put in an awful lot of work. Thanks, Paddy. Again, I'd like to thank a man who was with us at the start of the year. That man, of course, is Danny Coleman. He'll be remembered, and we won this one for him. I'd like to thank our sponsors. I'd like to thank our sponsors, the Nuke and Nick Tracy. I wanted to begin to mention some of the things he gave us. Suffice it to say, he gave us everything this year. He gave us an awful lot. Thanks, mate. It was a team effort yesterday, and I think every single one of the players deserve a special mention. I'll just call them out. With Pat Mackey in goals. With Vincent Murray. Shamus Forrest. Paula Driscoll. Brendan Coleman. Aidan Foley. John Flynn. John Flynn. John Flynn. Mark Welch. Owen Coleman. John Paul Joyce. Ken Dempsey. Seamus Sanders. Neil Coleman. Killian Coleman. Alan O'Shea. Jimmy Howard. Mickey Downing. Brian Holden. Alan Healy. Dave Hickey. McDermott. Fellow Cronin. Stephen Tovey. Alan Fox. Coleman Welch. And Sean O'Connell. Owen Fox. And William Collins. Thank you, Mike. Just before we conclude, I'd like to call on Sean Hayes to speak on behalf of the management of the team. Sean, as you know, is the manager of the Trustee Savings Bank in town. He arrived here 12 months ago. But he has put in about 5 years' work in the last 12 months for us in the G and Youghal. Sean Hayes.
Said already, but I mean, I'm glad the town came out tonight to support these guys, because in the 20th of January we had our first team meeting and we had 20 years fellas in a room up in Ash Street. I had never met the fellas before, and I told them I was expecting them to win a junior county. The junior county is probably the hardest county to win, and we won it. The fellas up here on the bus, they trained hard, and like every Tuesday and Thursday night, every Saturday or Sunday, you don't realize that these fellas went through hell. I can tell you straight, they went through hell. And yesterday, with 10 minutes to go, 4 points down, I knew these fellas had it within them to win the game. Fellas like Brendan Coleman, John Flynn, Mark Walsh, the big fella Seamus Landers, Stephen bigger fella Mickey Downey came on the top. He was funny. He would have started, but he was overweight. But that doesn't matter to us, because we put on fat fellas on the team as well. It doesn't matter. But like, these guys are great. I tell you don't realize that I'm an outsider, just come in, but these fellas are great ambassadors for the town, for everything. They work hard, they train hard, and they're fantastic fellas. And I'm glad that you were proud of them and you gave them the response you gave them today, because they're a great bunch of lads. Thank you.
Thank you again, people of yours. The lads are tired and they'd like a sandwich and a cup of tea. We'll head to her now.
Does everybody know to sing Up the Yard Boys? Up the Yard Boys! Up the Yard Boys! Every time! When we reach them, we will reach them. Up the Yard Boys every time. That's the way to win the cup. Up the Yard Boys! Up the Yard Boys! Up the Yard Boys every time. When we reach them, we will reach them. Up the Yard Boys every time.
Up Youghal.
What is on the record, no?
Inside now. Four break.
Help you, Bollocks.
How's your harm? How's your tractor?
Christmas. With your best. Right up that ball.
All the future footballers, hurlers,
I hope this is what the town on, Mick. Okay, boy.
You want to with me?
Okay.
You want to with me? Yeah, we have one dog like that. Smile around that. You can sing it. All right.
Mick, I won't be sitting this off for any recording contracts anyway.
Hey, Kevin, all can know you want to come back.
Okay. Stop. I hold it up here, that's off. You open the end up. Go on up the end up. Go on up. That's it. I want that straight off. I go away. Go on.
Hey, you go.
No, I know. Oh, bad. I see it talking. That's the baby. Come on, where are you? Oh, bad, that's so bad.
Come on, Youghal.
And your father's there still?
Right, let's run the video to you. Then to meet you next year, you're going to do the same job to that.
Absolutely.
So we'll be here again this time next year? Okay, we'll see you. Goodbye.
Bye.
the best of me. I'm only one, but it's a goal by Seamus London! And a goal by Youghal! What a super injection from the Youghal team here. I broke my heart for every game to taste the sweet. I face the pain. I rise and fall, yet through it all, this much remains. I want one moment in time when I'm more than I thought I could be. When all of my dreams are heartbeat away.
Super! 60 seconds we have. A great ball into Maxwell. He gave the goalkeeper no chance whatsoever, and he buried it into the back of the net.
Be the very best. I want it all. No time for less. I've laid the plans. Now lay the chance here in my hands. Give me one moment in time when I'm more than I thought I could be. When all of my dreams are a heartbeat away, and the answers are all up to me. Give me one moment in time when I'm racing with destiny. Then in that one moment of time, I will feel eternity. Oh, you're a winner for a lifetime. If you seize that one moment in time, make it shine. Give me one moment in time when I'm more than I thought I could be. When all of my dreams are a heartbeat away, and the answers are all up to me. Give me one moment in time when I'm racing with
These mist-covered mountains are a home now for me, but my home is the lowlands, and always will be. Someday you'll return to your valleys and your farms, and you'll no longer burn to be brothers in through these fields of destruction, baptisms of fire, I've witnessed your suffering as the battle raged high, and though it had hurt me so bad in the fear and alarm, you did not desert me, my brothers in arms. There's so many different worlds, so many different suns, and we have just one world, but we live in different worlds.
It's a goal by Youghal! Seamus Landers! And all the Ilen Rovers players are in the top of the upper. But Seamus Landers does it again! And a goal by Youghal!